Hi, my name is Kathryn Budig. I'm going to teach you a short core sequence that's really meant to fire up the abs. It's going to help build strength, core awareness, and really help to build some confidence as well. So you're going to want 2 blocks handy for this sequence, and we're going to begin on our backs. Okay, so lying down onto your mat, we're going to begin with Bakasana legs, soles of the feet together, knees open up. We're going to take one hand to the belly and one to the heart. So you're just immediately building awareness of where we want to start to bring the focus. And close the eyes. Relax the eyeballs, relax the tongue and the mouth. Just let everything go soft. And start to create ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. Immediately starting to pull balance into your body. Good. Okay, and then from here, stretch your arms overhead, straighten out your legs, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, just like waking up from a really long nap. Stretch it out. Maybe wiggle out your hips a little bit. Good. And then hug the knees into your chest. You're going to wrap your arms around your shin bones and pull yourself in just a tiny little package. Okay? So it's pretty easy for Ro to box her ears here. This might be challenging for you to get this high. So if that's the case, see if you can pinch your nose with your knees. And you start to lift up through the shoulder blades. That's immediately going to start to fire up the belly. So maybe pinch the nose. Maybe box your ears. And then start to separate your knees just a touch. If this is too intense, stay with the earlier variation. Take both of your arms straight up for the ceiling. And you're going to wiggle your triceps to the inside of your knees. So really hug those knees tight to your armpits. Good. Then flex your hands. Take the palms so they face to the ceiling. And voila, Bakasana on your back. Sleeping crow pose. So firing up the intercostal muscles, getting that round in the rib cage. Little lift of your tailbone as well. Good. And rest. Release, splat, just let it go for a moment. Good. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Okay, so we're going to do some bicycles. Again, this is just to wake up the stomach and get everything going. So we're going to hug the right knee into the chest. Left leg is going to hover right above the mat. The key here is, can you get your shoulder blade, the tip of the bone, to pick up? So you're going to lift opposite elbow towards the knee. Don't worry if you touch it. See that shoulder blade lift up? And then switch. Extend the right leg straight. Hug the left knee in. Opposite elbow towards the knee. And switch. Good. Shoulder blades up. And switch. Good. And keep going. So 5, as many as you can. 6, 7, 8. Keep lifting the chest. 9, 10, 11. Keep extending. 13, 14, 15. Keep going. 16, 17, 18, I know it burns. 19, 20, almost there. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You got it. Down. Okay, so in the beginning, it feels awful. Okay, it's going to burn right away. But if you keep incorporating this into your practice, you're going to be up to 100 like that. So just as you're ready, keep adding on. Okay, so hug the knees into your chest. Roll yourself all the way up to sit, and let's press back into downward facing dog. So what I'd like you to think about once you get into your downward facing dog, so let's show how you can puff. So when you collapse the chest, it feels good because it feels like more of a stretch in your body. But since we're focusing on the core today, you're going to take your rib cage and firm it in towards the spine. So you're immediately building that awareness in the core. So again, show that puff again. Puff, so that's bad, and then pull it in. That's good, bad, and good. Got that? Okay, so keeping that firming, then start to add the elongation through the lower back. You're going to want to puff when you add the elongation. So keep firming the ribs in, lift the sits bones up. Good. And then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Take a few breaths, Uttanasana, forward fold, dangling over the legs. You can sway here, you can grab hold of the forearms. Knees can be bent if you're not ready to go straight yet. Just shake out your head, release any tension that's going on in there. Then keeping a slight bend in your knees, slow roll of the spine, chin is heavy, it's the very last thing to stack. As you come all the way up to stand and come to the front of the mat. So we're going to begin Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, Anjali Mudra, hands together at your heart, drop the shoulder blades. If you have an intention you like to begin with your practice, you can set that here. Even if it's something as simple as, I want to have a stronger stomach. It's a good start, okay? So keeping the hands here, let's begin. Inhale, arms reach straight up. Exhale, lead through your heart, forward fold, fingertips or hands down to the mat. Inhale, off your chest, extend. First one, step, plank pose. Keep the gaze forward, lower halfway, elbows in, chaturanga. Drop the pelvis down, release the toes, cobra pose. Lift the heart, shoulders back. And downward facing dog, lift through the hips, pull it back, and take a few breaths, okay? So if that step back variation and the cobra variation feels good for you, you're gonna continue. I'm gonna offer a jump back and an up dog for the next round. Take what feels best for your body, not what you think you should be doing, but what is going to make you leave this yoga mat and go, I feel better, okay? So keeping that, take the gaze forward to your hands. Let's step it forward. Inhale, straighten the legs, extend long through the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. And then inhale, reach the arms tall, look up, navel to the spine, pull the ribs in, and hands to your heart. Samastitihi. Again, open it up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, offer your chest, stretch out through the stomach. So you can step back or hop right to chaturanga, elbows bent. Then cobra or up dog, shoulder blades into the chest. And downward facing dog, pull the hips back and breathe. So keep that attention to the ribs again. Firm the rib cage in. It's like someone's making a little sandwich through your upper back and your rib cage. Okay? So drop to your knees. We're gonna grab our two blocks now. So you're gonna take your blocks, the low level, and you're gonna take them to the front edges of your mat. Now, when I say this, I don't want you to obsess, but you wanna make a space that is going to allow your hips to clear it. And I don't want you to start spreading them really wide, okay? You're gonna get through. So find that space, because we're gonna jump all the way through to sit. And you're gonna place your hands on top of your blocks. Make sure it's on your sticky mat so it doesn't move around. So, hands on the blocks, downward facing dog. Now, once you get to this shape, I want you to channel your inner duck. Like when a duck, when it lands into water and its little webbed feet flex, that's how you wanna land, so you have that smooth slide when you come in. So you're gonna look several feet forward where your feet wanna land, firm down into the blocks, lift the hips, hop up, flex feet, take it through, whoosh, little duck right into the pond. Awesome. Okay, so if you bang heels to the ground, bottom to the ground, that's how you learn. Keep practicing this. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's fine. So from here, we're gonna go into a navasana sequence, a boat pose sequence. Keep the blocks right next to your hips. In fact, you might need to scoot them back just a touch. And we're gonna move into boats. So you can work this with bent knees. Let's show that first. So dragging the feet up, feet are in line with the knees. And you wanna find that elevation here. Lift through the lower back, lift through the chest. So this is gonna give your hip flexors a break. If your hip flexors are okay, you don't have to hold this, but you can show straight legs. It's a little intense, so let's go back to the bent knee variation. Chest up. Good. Now from here, we're gonna practice a pickup. This is the Ashtanga tradition. You'll cross the right ankle over the left, drop the heels towards the bottom, place the hands onto the block. Now we use this thing called Mula Bandha here, which is a base lock. Women, it's like trying to not go to the bathroom. Men, I've been told, it's like going into really cold water and that kind of feeling of zipping up. So think groin to the navel, that lift, find that first, and then inhale, look up, see where you want to go, press into your blocks, keep your toes on the ground, just lift your bottom, beautiful, and set it down. So there's the beginning of a pickup. Navasana again, okay? It always comes in rounds of 5. I don't know why, but that's the tradition. So just keep breathing. Chest lifts, peacock heart proud through the upper body, okay? And then change the crossing of your ankles, left over right, hands onto your blocks, toes will be on the ground. Find your Mula Bandha, that little zipper, then inhale, press down, pick the bottom up. If you can, maybe pull the toes up for just a second and set it back down. Navasana, okay? So if the toes don't want to come up yet, don't worry about it. Just work with the toes down. If you can get everything to come up, it'll be a full package lift. So again, cross the right ankle over the left. My teacher always told me, tiny little package, get small, get cute. So put your hands onto your blocks, look up, teeny tiny, press, inhale everything up, exhale, sit it down. Again, Navasana, we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. Chest lifts up. Energize your arms as well. Zip energy. Pinkies rotate in. Good. Change the crossing of the ankles. We're going to pick it up again. Tiny little package. Hands to the block. Mula Bandha lift. Set it down. Good. And rest. So I know we said 5, and we are getting there, but we're going to switch it up just a touch. You're going to take one of your blocks. And you're going to take your block the skinny way, and you're going to take it right in between the inner thighs, as far up as you can comfortably get it to go. Let's spin it just a little bit, just to make me happy. Okay, good. All right, so you love your block. You're going to squeeze your block with your inner thighs, and then come back into Navasana. She's really excited about this one. Holding on to the block. This is going to fire up your belly immediately. So take a big inhale. You're going to press half boat, Ardha Navasana, like you're pushing something away from you, and then you'll squeeze the inner block. Keep that shoulder blades lifting up off the ground, and then inhale, pulls you up like filling up a balloon. And exhale, push it away. And then like you have on ropes, inhale, pull it up. Good. Exhale, push it away, hug onto the block. Just 2 more. Good. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, push it away. Spread your yogi toes. Inhale, pull it back up. Last one. Exhale, press it away. Squeeze your block. You love it. And then inhale, pull it back up. Set your feet down. Give birth to your block. Bloop, let it go. And release. Okay, so you can take a moment here. Just hug your knees into your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Kind of weave side to side to let that go. Okay, so if this is new to you, you're just going to keep practicing that sequence. When you get used to this, you're going to grab your blocks again, and you're going to try a full pick up and jump back to chaturanga. So that's what we're leading up to eventually. So the same beginning, hands onto your blocks, ankle crosses over ankle, pull the thighs tight to your chest, engaging your hip flexors. You're going to look up, inhale, press the ground away, everything up, and then swing, bend your elbows, chaturanga. That's it. Exactly. That's how it starts to happen. Then big lift, up dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Okay, so don't worry about being sloppy. Go ahead and come off of your blocks. This is all about having fun and playing around with the sequence. So we're in downward facing dog after that. And we're going to stretch out the psoas muscle in the belly. So pick the right leg up into the air. And you're going to open up your pelvis. Start to bend that knee like you're stretching for something behind you. And keep reaching for it and reaching and reaching and reaching until you can actually drop the ball of the foot all the way down to the ground. If you know that's too intense for your body, just to stay with that stretching sensation. If you go into flip the dog or wild thing, you rotate the top palm down, open up the chest. It's going to stretch out your tummy after all of that Navasana work. Then look down, right hand to the mat, pivot on the ball of the back foot to lift the right leg up, set it back down onto the ground. Good. Left leg lifts up. Okay, open up the hips, firm your right hip in, bend the knee. So this is a great variation to stay in. This is going to help stretch into the psoas, release into the stomach. You can keep reaching, extend through the toes. If you have that freedom to drop the foot down, wild thing, flip it. Pelvis reaches up. It's kind of like this hybrid bend of the back bend Urdhva Dhanurasana and side plank Vashisthasana. Keeping that shoulder in the socket. And then you look down, left hand to the mat. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot, stretch it out, and set the foot back down into the ground. Okay, drop onto your knees. Grab your blocks again. We're going to do another duck jump. We're going to jump all the way through to sit. So right on the edges. Okay, you ready to channel your inner duck? All right, let's do it. Downward facing dog. Look forward. See where you want your feet to land. Lift your heels, bend your knees, hop up, flex your feet, whew, right into the water, and lie down onto your back this time. Okay, so put these blocks out of the way. And you're going to take both of your legs straight up into the air. So notice when her legs are straight up into the air, I can't get my hand underneath her back. But what happens when you start to lower your legs, we call it a banana shape. The ribs puff. So what we need to focus is pushing the rib cage down. So what you can do if you want, put a hand on your ribs. So a hand there or no hand, it's up to you. I'm going to put my hand there for her today. So toes are spread, legs are animated. You're going to take an inhale. Lower the right leg, maybe halfway, maybe so it almost touches the ground, but keep the ribs down and scoop your tailbone, then pull that leg back up. Beautiful. Again, left leg, maybe a third of the way, halfway, hover, it's up to you. Firm and extend and pull back up. And then we're just going to keep moving. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pull it up, soft through the shoulders. Exhale. And inhale, good, soft through the face. Exhale. And inhale, exhale, push that thing away from you, and then pull it up. If you want to amp this up a little bit, both legs at the same time, squeeze your inner thighs. This is intense, okay? And then pull back up. You're going to want a banana. Firm those ribs down and keep lengthening. Good. And just take one more round on each side. Good. So lower that right leg, extend through the toes. Exhale, inhale, pull it back up. One more. Exhale, reach. Inhale up, gorgeous, and knees to your chest. And rest. So there's always a moment of appreciation, like, thank God, A, it's over, and B, that your body did that for you. So take those moments, and we're going to start to add on. So both legs back up into the air. Okay, this time, interlace the fingers behind your head. Okay, we'll keep the right leg up, lower the left leg, either halfway, maybe so it almost touches the ground, and you're going to curl up this time. So lift the head, elbows, chest, maybe even shoulder blades. Reach the top ball of the foot up towards the ceiling, Then reach both of the arms out in front of you. Fingertips touch in front of the hamstring. Keep lifting up through the chest, soft through the gaze. Then separate the hands. Lower the top leg to meet the bottom leg. This is going to burn. Breathe. 3 breaths. Fill it up. Think out of your entire day. 3 breaths is so short. It's almost over. Chest up a little bit more. And down. Rest. Good. Happy thoughts when you do this stuff. Both legs up again. Okay, so this time we're going to lower the left leg so it almost touches the ground. Spread through the toes. Interlace the fingers behind the head. And curl up. Reach. Shoulder blades up. And then reach both of your arms out. That may be plenty. Just keep lifting the shoulder blades. Try not to take it to your neck. Can you get your fingertips together? Something to play around with. But not so much flexibility of the leg. Use your tummy to lift up. Separate the hands. Top leg to meet the lower leg. Breathe. Almost there. One more. Down. Rest. Good. Got one more in you? All right. Interlace the fingers behind your head. We're going to get into the sides now. So right leg is going to stay put. Left leg will lower. Spread your toes. Same beginning. Curl up, but then twist. Left elbow to your right thigh. You can stay like this, or interlace all the fingers except for the thumb and the index. And with as much enthusiasm as you can, try to lift your right shoulder blade up. Lift it up. Go for it. You got it. Come back to center. Lower the top leg to meet the bottom leg. 2 breaths. We're shortening it. Chest up. Extend. And down. Rest. We have one more side, okay? Let's just do it. Both legs up, okay? Good, right leg lowers, left leg stays up, interlace the fingers behind the head. You got it, here we go. Curl up, shoulder blades up, make a cradle for your head, and then twist. Right elbow to the left thigh, you can stay here, or straight arms, interlace the fingers, work that left shoulder blade up, off of the mat, get it away from the ground. Hands behind the head. Lower the top leg to meet the bottom leg. Last 2 breaths. Enthusiasm, you are strong. That burn is your muscle getting stronger. And down. You made it. And just stretch it out. Reach your arms overhead. Good. Bend your knees. We're going to take bridge pose to release that. Soles of the feet flat. Feet and knees hip width apart. You can keep the arms flat to lift the pelvis up, rooting into your palms, opening up the belly. Good. You can also take the variation, taking your arms overhead if that feels nice for you, so you can free up the armpits and the chest. Good. And then release the pelvis. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll all the way up to sit. Uttanasana, straight leg forward fold. Flexing through the feet. If you need a strap here, you can grab a strap to help you place it over the balls of the feet. Inhale, lift up through your chest. And exhale, forward fold. Just one more time. Inhale, elongate. And exhale. Good. Okay, so ab work is hard. I don't think I know anyone who actually likes doing it. But this will make your practice so much stronger, and the confidence that it brings into your practice is really amazing. So as much time as you can give to this, even if it's just 5 minutes at a time, one of these sequences, just start throwing it into your practice. You're really going to see how it helps you be a more confident yogi, graceful and light. So inhale, extend. And exhale, release. Come onto your back. Hug the knees into your chest. Tuck your chin in. Wrap it in tiny little package one more time. This time it's just enthusiasm, appreciation for the end of the practice and what you've done. And release the legs. Release your arms. And set yourself up for Shavasana, okay? You can take traditional Shavasana like this. If you want to take your arms overhead, if that gives you more freedom. Again, it's what feels good in your body. Anything to cover the eyes, a pillow, anything to block out the noise. And take one more big inhale. Fill the entire body up. Expand through the sides, chest, fingers, toes. Hold it when you get to the top. And out. Good. And with that, surrender, release, take rest. Shavasana.